you have SRAM AXS 12-speed group set, you've probably thought about what gearing you want. I went through that same thing. When I got my bike, I did the 48-35 front chain ring with a 10-33 cassette in back because I wanted a little bit of an extra climbing gear there. However, now that I've used this group set for about 6 months, and if you've used it, you probably are aware of the SRAM AXS Web system. If not, I recommend it. Take a look at it. But with that, you can actually dig down and look into your gear usage over your rides and find out exactly what you need. So in doing so, and you can see some screenshots that I'll put up here, I've actually found that I don't use the 33 tooth cog hardly at all, and in fact I stay in my big chain ring most of the time. So I decided it would be advantageous for me to go with the 10-28 cassette. So I've got my two cassettes on here, both used. One I got new when I got my new group set, the 10-33 tooth. However, the 10-28 tooth, I got a killer deal doing some shopping on eBay, so I pulled the trigger on it. One of the things that you'll see if you look at the screenshots I put up there is that I spend a lot of time in the, let's see, you'll notice that I spend a lot of my time between the 17 tooth cog and the 15 tooth cog. In fact, those are my two most used cogs. And on this 33 tooth cassette, you don't get that 16 tooth cog. Whereas on the 10-28 tooth, you'll actually see on here, you got 15, 16, and 17 tooth. And because I bounce between the 15 and 17 tooth so frequently, having that 16 tooth is probably going to be my most used gear. So it's definitely worthwhile to think about what gears you're going to be using and optimize your drivetrain for that. Since I have them both here, let's go ahead and get them on the scales and see what the difference in weight is. So this big old 33 tooth cassette, so that puts it at 265 grams. 10-28 tooth cassette, 231 grams. So pretty good chunk of savings there just from swapping out to a cassette that's going to be better suited to my rides. So I'm going to go ahead and get this 10-28 tooth cassette installed and go ahead and use that for the time being. I am, however, going to keep my 33 tooth cassette because I do go on trips every now and then, and on some of the hillier routes or some of the more steep climbs that I may be on, it's going to be advantageous to have that 33 tooth cassette. Let's go ahead and get this installed.